Welcome to another edition of Whiskey, Games, and Nerd Stuff. Today's whiskey, we are opening up another bottle of Eagle Rare. And today's Nerd Stuff, we're going to go through and show you how to play Tinderblox. But first, let's go ahead and take a sip of this. I just love how this smells. So good. And we'll go ahead and play through this, and I have had a few drinks. So the hope is, with this being a dexterity game, we'll see how well I do. My thought is this could also be a good drinking game, good game to play at the bar, on a plane, just kind of wherever you're at. Very simple rules. We're not even going to read it because I think I've got this figured out. Just got the game today, so I will do something wrong. And when I do something wrong, as always, please call it out. So what happens is the first card you pick is the campfire card. And then what will happen is you're basically placing those logs, which we'll have those three here. And then what happens is you can play this with multiple people, and you just kind of take turns. Or, like I've been doing, you can just play it by yourself. So the cards are going to look like this on one side. And then you're going to go ahead and flip these over. And that'll be the card that you're going to do. Now, when you see the hand symbol, you're using your non-dominant hand. So I'm right-handed, so in this case, I'm going to go ahead and try my left hand. And what's going to happen is you will use these little tweezers and set the fire, kindle, wood, whatever you're doing to make the fire off the side. And then what you want to do is, that's going to be yellow on the bottom and the red at the top. You're just picking this up. And then out. Now it can fall before you get to the fire, but once it gets on the fire, if that falls, then you would lose. So what would happen is it would be the next player's turn. Let's go ahead and take a drink. They would then do a card, and this is the non-dominant hand again. So I'm hoping I shuffle these up. If we get another one, I'm going to reshuffle these up. So then they would take out the same tweezers. They would get the log on the bottom and then the yellow on the top. They would then go ahead and place it on the fire however they want. And as long as something didn't fall, you continue. So then the next person would take a card. This is without the hand, so this would be your dominant hand. In this case, it's right. But you see how this is vertical? So what's going to happen is they will go ahead and take this out. On the table, they would then make this vertical. Oh, crap. So what would happen is, in that particular case, they would lose. And you saw what happened. So what we'll do is I'm going to go ahead and reset this, and we'll start over. So what I'm going to do is just go ahead and shuffle these up again, and we'll pretend like we're starting a new game. And I think this is a very simple game that you can get even non-gamers to play. I'll go ahead and set these up. I think you're supposed to use the little plier things at the beginning, but I didn't do that. So that first person would go. We get another vertical. So then they are going to go ahead, and I've been having trouble doing the vertical ones. So they would then do that. And that would be their turn. So let's go ahead and have a drink. Player 2 would then have their turn. They're flipping over this card, which is the yellow and the red on the bottom. So they would go get a yellow piece, get a red piece, line it up, then use the tweezers to place it. Then the next player would go. We've got just a red with the non-dominant hand. So we will go ahead and grab a red piece, and we will throw it on top of this. The next person would play. Just have the regular log. And we'd place it over here. Let's go ahead and take another drink. And as you can tell, this is a fairly simple game. all you're doing is drawing these cards and then doing what the card says to build the fire. And then kind of like a Jenga style thing, when something falls over, that person loses. So then this person would have their turn. We would go ahead and place it like so. They would place it there, and then the next person would go. I really do think this is a good game to introduce to non-gamers. I think it's a fun game that you can play in between other games or waiting for a gaming group to show up. Could even make a really cool puzzle for a D&D campaign. I think this would be great to bring to a bar. And I was thinking the next time I fly somewhere, I'm going to just try and play this on the tray, the fold-out tray. I think that'd be a fun game to try and play, especially with a little bit of turbulence. It'll be interesting to see how that happens. But this was just a relatively quick video. Again, this is Tinderblox. It is from Angry Cat Games. Been having a lot of fun with it. Would recommend it. And until next time, folks, cheers.